The battle was going on. As Charlie was fighting Adam, Loot was fighting Vaggie. As Vaggie and Loot were going at it, fighting each other with everything they had. But in this alternate timeline, Loot would just have the upper hand, and well, she would finish the job. As in Loot left, the battle would end. Charlie would search for Vaggie, but then she would find her, laying down, defeated. Charlie would then just begin to cry as she couldn't believe it. Vaggie was gone. The love of her life gone forever. Why? Why is this so? How could she leave like this? Because she failed her? Charlie would fall down as tears filled her eyes, as she simply began to cry and cry and cry. As Lucifer said, "I'm sorry, Charlie," but Charlie would say, "I'm gonna be alone," as she walked up to her room. And well, the hotel was rebuilt and everything, but it wasn't the same without Charlie's smile. Charlie was depressed as the days passed. Eventually, Charlie would hear a knock at her door. As she opened it, it was Emily. However, she was not excited to see Emily at the very least. She has been through a lot, and she lost the love of her life. As she would say, "What do you want, Emily?" As suddenly Sir Prentice would come and say, "Hello, Charlie." Charlie would be a bit happy to see Sir Prentice, but she wouldn't smile too much, as she would say, "Hey, it's nice to see you." Sir Prentice would say, "What's wrong?" "She's gone, Sir Prentice." "Who?" "Vaggie." As Sir Prentice would talk to Charlie, "I'm sorry she's gone." Charlie would sing, "It's my fault I paid the price. If I would have convinced heaven and hell to work together, maybe she would still be with us." Sir Prentice would sing, "It's not your fault, Charlie. You did the best you could," as they would both start to sing together. As Husk and Angel would both watch and cry, as Dallas would just sigh as he watched it. As I got done singing, Emily would say, "Well, the good news is we can work with you now and help redeem people." Charlie would say, "Really? That's great," as she actually smiled for a couple seconds. As then they started working with heaven to redeem sinners. However, Charlie was still extremely lonely. As Charlie would continue her depression, Angel and Husk would start to talk about it. As it's been half a year since Vaggie disappeared, Husk would say, "I think it's time Charlie starts dating again." Angel would say, "Yeah, the hotel's been, well, very peaceful. Heaven's trying to work with us. There's less conflict around here. Almost too quiet, but I guess that doesn't really matter as much. What matters now is that, well, you see, Charlie has helped us for as long as I can remember. Charlie has always been there for us. Charlie has always been the happiest person, the sweetest person, and now she isn't, because she was defending her dream and defending us. It's time we repay her," Husk would say. "How the heck do we do that? Simple, we find her another partner. Is this like one of the times you took us to that party? No offense, but I don't think she likes those types of people." Angel would say, "I know, but I'm sure we can get a date for her. Heck, I even know who will know her best." Angel and Husk would then walk out, as they would go to see someone who would know. As they knock on the door, usually they wouldn't be able to get by, but since they fought alongside him, he let him have special clearance. As they knocked on Lucifer's door, he would open the door. Lucifer would then say, "What do you guys need?" As they would both look at each other, then him. As Angel would say, "Charlie's been sad since Vaggie's gone. We understand that, but it's been half a year and she's still depressed. I think, well, we need to get her a new partner. Do you know who she's into, or can you set her up with someone?" Lucifer would say, "It's not like I can kick anyone at the top of my head. I mean, I love my daughter, don't get me wrong, but it's not like, actually, she did like pop stars. I have an idea." Lucifer would say, "I'm gonna cure my daughter's depression." As then they would go back to the hotel. As they were all back into the hotel, suddenly, Lucifer would knock on the door. As Charlie opened it, she said, "Oh, hey, Dad. It's nice to see you," as she sighed, looking down sad. As then Lucifer would pull out tickets, as he would give her a ticket to a concert. "Here. It's from Verostic and Mayday. I know you like pop a lot, so I thought you could go." As Charlie said, "Really, Dad? Thank you. You want to come with?" "Yeah," Lucifer would say, as he would bring his daughter there. Charlie would actually start to enjoy the concert, as Verostic and Mayday would get up and sing. As Charlie was at the concert, Lucifer would be next to her, and they listened to the music, and while Charlie was having a good time, well, the most of a good time she could have, given the circumstance, she was still depressed, but she smiled here and there. But eventually, suddenly, the spotlight was turned to her, as Ross would say, "Stand up here, princess." As Charlie would stand up, Roscoe would say, "This song goes out to someone special who was lost." As she would sing a song about Vaggie, Charlie would cry and say, thank you," as she hugged her tightly. As the concert ended, Charlie and Roscoe would be talking and say, "Thank you so much for singing that song about her." "No problem. I know what it's like to lose someone. Maybe we should get a drink sometime, like a date," Charlie said. Roscoe would say, "Yeah." Charlie would say, "I don't know if I'm ready." Lucifer would say, "It's been a long time, honey, please." Charlie would think about it and say, "All right, I'll go on a date with you tomorrow." As we cut to the next day, Charlie would get all dressed as she would shake and start to get nervous. As Husk would say, "What's wrong?" It's been a long time. Never really gone on dates before. It's just been too awkward. And Vaggie just kind of fell from the sky, and I took care of her, and then we started to, This is an actual date. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? Maybe I shouldn't show up. Yeah, I shouldn't show up. Husk would say, "Hey, I believe in you, Charlie. You got this." As suddenly Alistair would walk down and say, "He's right, I've been standing and watching you fall apart, darling. You caged yourself in with depression and other thoughts. And I understand why, but it's time for you to destroy that cage. It's time for you to go free and fly like a beautiful bird you are." Charlie would say, "Thank you, guys," as she hugged them both. As then Charlie left, Husk would say, "Why are you so nice, Alistair? I didn't even feel like manipulation." Alistair would say, "I have my reasons. Trust me, Husk. Besides, soon I'll be the one pulling all the strings." As we cut back to Charlie, as Charlie went to that date, Veronica and Charlie would start to sit down as they would talk about themselves. Charlie was still down, of course, but to be honest, she was actually having a lot more fun than she thought she could, and she started to feel something towards Veronica. It was too early to say it was love, but she would find out. And as they were talking, they were starting to get to know each other better, as they held hands and kissed. And during this kiss, Charlie felt magic. She felt like she could be happy. She felt like she could move on. And she felt like she could finally get out of the prison of depression that she made for herself. Charlie and Veronica would start this life together. As well, there'll be many challenges for their relationship. There'll be many things going on. However, there would be one big thing. Charlie learned to love again, and she learned that she may get down in depression, and she may lose someone she loves, but it's never too late to keep going. I'll leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends. I could have had a battle. I could have had to get revenge on Lou, but I didn't want to do this. I wanted this to be about losing someone. I wanted this to be about bouncing back and trying to find love again. And I hope that was a good story. And yeah, sorry I've been kind of quiet. Usually I'd be a lot louder when I record, but I'm kind of in an apartment right now because I'm on vacation. And because of that, I had to kind of be quiet because, I don't want to wake them up. Now, I hope that wasn't too bad of a video because of that. I feel like you could still hear me decently, but yeah. Anyway, I had an amazing day on vacation. I got to see a town square of a big city. And I got to see many different stores, many different things. One of the stores said world's best hot sandwiches. There was a restaurant, and I highly doubt that had the world's best hot sandwiches. I highly doubt that. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do, in fact, have the world's best sandwiches. And I got to go on a date. Now, I've, been with people before, but I've never gone to a fancy date or anything like that. So yeah, it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm not gonna say who I went on a date with and stuff, because you don't even know who I am, so of course you're not gonna know who they are. But it was really enjoyable, and I loved every second of it. I had an amazing time in this big city. And if I had a lot of money, I would live in a big city because I just love it. I love the feel. I love the energy. I love that I got stuff to do. And it's just so much, It's amazing experience to have. It's amazing experience to be a part of. And, well, I'm just glad I get to share with family. Just want to say Las Vegas is a very beautiful city, you know. It's great, and not just for the casinos, but the town squares are very cool and things like that. So, yeah, very amazing city. I loved every second of it. And, yeah, I only regret is that my vacation wasn't longer. But, 2 weeks is about all I can really get, or a week and a half. So, that's kind of what I got. But I hope one day I get to live here, because living here would be definitely amazing, but I just don't have the money for all that yet. But yeah, one day when I have way more money, because you don't want to live in a big city without, you don't have to be like filthy rich, but you have to be doing quite well. And well, I'm not like dirt poor living on the street or anything, or worrying about paying bills, but I'm just not in that area, if that makes sense, I kind of have to move up a bit before I can get to that point. And, I'm fine with that, And I'm still young. I'm a very young man. So, I still have a lot of things going on in my life, and that's fine. I have to figure these things out first. But, I'm having a lot of fun, and traveling is very amazing. And, yeah, and I wanted to apologize for not being able to upload yesterday. I was just so tired because I went on my first date ever. I saw casinos, I saw, town square. I just saw so much that, well, I just had to go to bed. Anyway, I love you all so much. You all mean the world to me. Thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you for subscribing. You're the best. Peace out.